So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Rahu in the second house of your Dashamsha chart. As in, what happens when Rahu, the north node of the moon, is in the second house of D10 Dashamsha. And second house of D10 Dashamsha pretty much represents the earning of money, the ability to earn money pretty much, the savings that you get from your work, not from inheritance, but from the work that you do. It's what you value in your work. Like, what do you value in your work? Maybe you are a carpenter, and what you value is when you work at night by yourself. You value that particular part of your work, or when you are actually doing some carpenting for somebody in nature, like a cabin. You value that more than doing something for somebody's home. So it becomes a value system, in the Dashamsha. Now, Rahu, regardless of which house it's in, it represents our ambitions. Okay? On the most basic of levels, on the most foundational concrete level, Rahu is simply ambition. Where is the ambition? What is this person is ambitious about when it comes to their career? And one of the other things you have to understand about Rahu is that there would be some incomplete understanding of this placement because Rahu will also give results on its sign dispositor, the zodiac sign dispositor that it's sitting in. And whatever yoga that sign dispositor is making, whatever placement is making, Rahu is simply going to abide by the laws and rules of that particular placement. Okay. So one of the most obvious thing we see is that number one, for this person, money is ambition. Okay. Somebody just showed up to the door. There's got to be some omen to this. Let me think. So obviously we can look at this omen of somebody's knocking at the door is that people will get a lot of opportunities with Rahu in the second house of their Dashamsha. Hey, if that's true, let me know. But the main thing is that ambition to accumulate wealth. Number one, ambition to attain fame, recognition in their workspace. Okay, they want to, and the third ambition is they want to be respected. For them, respect becomes very important because second house represents the value. So now Rahu is the head, right? So they feel like they are very valuable and they need to be valued. And the way to have this person, do the best work for you, if let's say you know somebody at work who has Rahu in the second house, tell them time to time, wow, we value your work. You're very valuable for us. But then the problem, because that person can again build an ego and feel like, well, I need a promotion and if you value me so much. So of course there's going to be a bit of a conundrum in giving those pet talks to such a person. But the thing is, this person is, no matter what they do, they're like, okay, how can I accumulate the max? And how can I attain the recognition in the field that I'm in? Okay. And how can I get the respect? That's what it is. Yes, Rahu represents everything foreign, right? Everything out of box, unorthodox, outcast. But again, those things are very subtle in the Samsha because unless certain other things tell us some other things, then we'll know that, okay, this is a person who may earn money in foreign lands. But that's not necessarily so. But also the thing is what they value in their life, okay, when it comes to their work, not life in general. It's just that whenever they're in society, they're out in the world working, they're always going to value when they're able to do something different in their work. Whenever they bring a different value at work, that's what kind of gives them that motivation that they need. And this is a particular placement of Rahu, you will see is that they will attend a lot of conferences. That's one part of the karma becomes active. With Rahu in second house, such a person will be obligated to attend social events, to attend large organized events. Whether they want to or not, that's a different thing. But they're gonna be somehow involved in a large crowd or dealing with large group of people. But again, the main thing we'll see is where the dispositor is sitting off Rahu, because then that connection of value is seen even in more details, whether it's the third house, seventh house, eighth house, 11th house. And Rahu, because second house represents our speech, okay? Second house represents our speech. Third house is the communication, okay? And people tend to get confused by this, but it's not really confusing. Second house is the way you speak. Third house is the type of communication you do. What type of things are you going to talk about? That's the third house. So here, when they speak, there's this boldness to their speaking. Like even this person as an employee may sometimes sound like this person is the boss talking to the employee, while it's the other way around. Because again, there's this thing about, hey, look, I have value. Hey, look, I know something more. Hey, look, I know something more than other people may not know. And oh, look, I am the lion here. Because again, Rahu represents the lion, right? It's the cat. It's that actual lion's energy. So when they speak, they have this brash, bellowed voice. So usually what can also happen is some people can take just their way of speech, okay, a bit awkward or a bit arrogant. But that is who they are. Now, of course, Rahu being conjunct multiple planets, receiving the aspect of multiple planets, well, that's going to add a whole lot to this particular, placement, even in terms of their speech, in terms of their value. Okay? So, but this is the main thing you will see with this particular Rahu. Okay? And anyway, if you want to know if your Rahu is in the second house of your Dashamsha, along with all your astrological details, check out KRSastrology.com, where on shop section you'll find the reports, consultations, and link to my academy, Magha Vedic Astrology Academy, where remember I put up the Guru Purnima video of Secret to Ascendant, which is kind of like a teaser to the actual main course that I'm working on. All right.